Hey everybody, it's your favorite real estate agent, Michael Pryor from the Pryor Group at Keller Williams, here today to tell you about how crazy things are in real estate. Big surprise, welcome to 2022. If you thought the craziness in Toronto real estate was over, you were wrong. So far this year, we're only into February. We've seen a lot of crazy price surges. Obviously has to do with supply and demand. Same problem we've been dealing with for a long time. A lot of that has to do with low interest rates, and those will be going up this year. The big question that's been with the banks and everybody keeps talking about it, speculating one way or the other, is how many times and how much are they going to go up? But it seems to be the consensus about 3 to 5 times this year, 25 basis points increase. So 1.25% increase is potentially possible this year at the highest level. So what does that really mean? If you were to buy $1 million house and you were to see a 1.25% increase, well, your payments would go up about $500 a month. And although that may not seem like a huge deal, those numbers do add up after a while. But if you just pile that onto all the different people that have, lines of credit on their properties or have variable mortgage rates, it would add up actually. And if they were to do 5 this year and they were to do them in a very short time period, then it could have an effect on the housing market in Toronto. Obviously, we do not know what's going to come in the future, but we hope here, specifically at the Pryor Group, that they do these increases slowly so that the market can adjust and that nobody loses their shirts over. Another thing to watch for this year is the political storm that's going to come over the provincial election. I don't think housing is going to be the number one thing that the politicians talk about, but it's always an important thing on Ontario's mind. So in the coming months, we're going to do a big video explaining all the different political parties and what their platforms are so you know how to vote educatedly. Finally, another small change that's come in Toronto already this year is now garden suites are allowed and approved into the Laneway Housing Act. This is a huge deal. It means that it opens it up to a ton more people. So if you want to know if your home qualifies, feel free to get in touch with us and we can connect you with our Laneway architects. But also note that this is a small piece that's going to add to the supply of rental housing in the area. Also just increasing the values of certain homes in the area. And this will have an effect on Toronto real estate. So a lot to talk about this year, lots of exciting stuff to come ahead. We've seen some crazy surges in prices already. We'll see if they continue to hold up that way. We'll also see how the market reacts to the first rate hike, which is slated to be in March. Very excited. If you guys have any questions about what the rate hikes mean for you, feel free to get in touch with me or anyone at the Pryor Group. And if I don't hear from you, have a very safe, a very warm winter, and we'll see you in the spring.